Welcome to the final part of the hero story in Sonic Adventure 2. And now we're still up in space, but we've got the actual confrontation where Eggman's holding Amy hostage, even though she's more of an annoyance to Sonic than someone he cares for.
Sonic just walks through the door. He's like, for fuck's sake, this is what you called me back for, is it? If I care.
Now, is this not overkill? He's in a mech with guns and lasers and shit, and he's got a handgun as well.
Can't have enough guns.
I can't remember who outwits who in the scenario. Is it Tails who outwits Eggman?
No,
Eggman outwits him.
Yeah, Eggman's such a smart ass in this, I think.
With this bullshit plot device, if that didn't exist, I'm sorry, Sonic would be...
Yeah. But like, it's obvious that Sonic's not gonna die, so when you're gonna try something like this, like, we see every little inch of your bullshit, don't we?
He has planned a lot of... This is probably the smartest incarnation of Eggman that I've seen.
You thought you could...
He technically should have succeeded at killing Sonic.
He should have. It's just, like I said, the bullshit plot device.
But honestly...
Oh!
That's the best face reaction ever.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh, that is even better.
Look at his reactions, man.
These faces.
I love how this is like a really sensitive scene that we've just shouted over.
And Sonic should be dead.
Meanwhile, plot convenience.
The same wavelength and properties, but is less powerful than the real one.
The same wavelength and properties.
That means I can chaos control off it, right? Right?
Well, considering
He shouldn't even
he's
exist in the first
just a
place.
less powerful.
I love how Sonic, after being blasted from space, is just standing there calmly examining his options. Like,
I got die or use plot convenience.
yeah. But like, you think your initial reaction in that situation would be, fuck. Like, you wouldn't be kind of thinking like logically
I
about what you're
wasn't
gonna
fast
do.
enough.
Yeah. Should have gone faster. Didn't.
I won't give up.
That's Tails' generic angry face.
Yeah.
It's like, why couldn't Chris be in this part? Damn it! Oh no,
Chris
wait,
is
yes.
in this part.
I said pod, but
Oh, I thought you said part. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
this isn't.
but then again, Chris wasn't creative at that point.
I quite like this boss, but it's actually one of the more difficult bosses, I think, because if that thing hits you, that can
Instant
really
kill.
screw you over. It's not necessarily an instant kill, but it does a hell of a lot of damage.
Near on the verge of death.
Or you can just run straight through it, like
Is
I
that
did.
invincibility frame rate that you had?
Yeah, that was just
Yeah.
abuse of invincibility frames to the highest degree. But like, yeah, that you can get a bit of trouble with that, like particularly if you get caught in the laser. That's really annoying.
I laugh that he just because he's jumping on it. It looks like glass. He just falls down from where he's jumping on it.
Energy.
That was some good weed.
It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe that actually worked.
Yeah. I should try this more often when I'm in trouble.
Hey, Sonic. Whoa. I wasn't sure if I could pull that one off. Somehow I managed to use the chaos control.
Thank God our writers don't try. Otherwise I'd
Sonic
be
turns
screwed.
really bored after he's just escaped death.
Yeah.
It's like, thank God I've done that. I'm still alive.
I think they're going for the idea that like using chaos control with the fake emerald like really took a lot out of him. So they're trying to justify it, but it doesn't work. The fact that he used chaos control with a fake emerald in the first place.
Exactly.
I mean, really, guys.
With that sunglasses on there, he just reminds me of the male character you pick on X and Y.
A little bit. It's,
Just the sunglasses, just on top of the hat, it's sort of similar to...
yeah, it's one of the costumes you can use, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I really like this level. This is a really good kind of closing level for the story. Just because it's like there's a lot of different paths you can take. There's a lot going on. I like the general colour scheme of it, like the blues and the oranges and that. And it just looks and plays really nice.
Hard to believe this is still part the same base.
Yeah, the Space Colony arc covers a load of shit, doesn't it?
What's the?
Well, this
name
should be
of-
outside and all that. It does. You don't sit outside when you're on the.
What's the name of Eggman's relative that made this?
Gerald.
Gerald.
No, yeah, Gerald.
Yeah, he just made this with Sonic in mind.
Yeah. Anyway, do you like my pro strats then? And here's another one. Another skip. Miss out so much of the level just by doing them 2 jumps.
Well, you are going fast.
Yeah. Shame I fuck it up later in the stage, but still. I'm not sure how I feel about them upward grind rails, because you've got really hit them with some speed to be able to get somewhere with them, otherwise
It
you sort
makes sense.
Well, yeah, but like, it's a level design object. I'm not sure how I feel about them. Because sometimes that happens. And that's a little bit obnoxious. Especially when it happens multiple times, but meanwhile, bright flashing lights that aren't in any way like harmful on the eyes.
Not seizure inducing at all.
Nah. Gotta go fast, boys, even if it's not safe. Meanwhile, Sonic says use a seatbelt.
Don't ever climb into a washing machine.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
Several children do that around the country.
Yeah. The one I like is if someone tries to touch you in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable, that's no good. Oh god. 90s Sonic was bad.
They somewhat tried.
They didn't. They really didn't at all. Meanwhile, Sonic says, don't jump down to Earth from a space station. Because again, that's no good. I'm done at this point, I'm done. Yeah, again, this is something I think Sonic Adventure 2 does really well. Not quite as well as SA1, but it still does pretty well in the balance between speed and platforming. It's like, the platforming doesn't really slow down the speed, and the speed doesn't really overtake the platforming, so you've got kind of a balance there.
It connects on at some point.
Yeah, it excels in both ways rather than just, like, you think you get...
Because you're not over jumping those rails, you're just about going on them, so it fits in perfect. Well, it fits in good enough.
Yeah, but like you think games like Unleashed and to an extent Generations, they get the speed nailed down, but there's barely any platforming. And then a lot of the times in other games when they've tried to do platforming, it's kind of slow things right down. Like you think of Werehog and that sort of thing, and colours in particular.
Yeah, personally, I
for
think
that.
speed and platforming is the better combination because it gives you time to figure it out, get your brain working whilst going fast and actually having fun with it.
Yeah, because like the principle, they're the two things that Sonic has always revolved around, isn't it? You've got fast moving platforming,
Yeah.
and when a Sonic game misses that, it's not fun, you know. Whatever. What do I know? Yeah, I'm going the long way here because I sort of missed the jump, which kind of completely shat all over my pro strats from earlier, but still. I love how Shat's careful when he's doing them tricks. Like, you're being the complete opposite of careful.
Yeah, and who are you talking to?
Well, that's the case with any character who talks in the game, really, isn't it? And this is kind of bookending in a way from City Escape, where you're being chased, isn't it? Like, the first level you get chased, last level you get
Jump, and he
chased.
just started just flies there.
I'm not sure what these scraps of metal were meant to be, but...
Unfortunately, Lost World, Boom will have plenty of talking from the characters.
Oh, that is so obnoxious, isn't it?
Plenty of talking.
Oh, I thought Heroes was bad with that, but no, that trailer from Boom where they're just like, they don't shut the fuck up. You want to
It's
strangle
worse
them.
than Armature.
Yeah, it is. It's worse than fucking Amateur. Anyway, I love the atmosphere here. Like, Sonic and Shadow's confrontation.
To surprise me, Blue Hedgehog. I thought that capsule you were in exploded in space.
Isn't it?
They keep interrupting each other's sentences.
Yeah, it's annoying when people do that, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
But,
I'm sorry.
There's an example of a commentary.
I wasn't even thinking about doing it. It just came out.
yeah, like See, it is one problem with the voice direction in this game. Like the voice acting in itself, like sometimes some of the lines are a little bit funny, but for the most part, it's good voice acting. But like the way it's edited together, like sometimes the characters will cut each other off, and it's even worse when you get like a character cutting themselves off with their own line. Sometimes it'll be saying something like, "That's not his speed. He must be using the carousel multiple player." Finish one line before you start saying the next. Yeah. Oh, I love this final boss. Just like it's not even that great of a boss battle in itself, is it? But it's kind of a confrontation. They're both on the same level, and there's tension to it.
Yeah, what I was going to say is the Bio Lizard after this.
What do you mean, like
Well,
the violence
boss,
later on?
yeah.
Yeah, but
is it like after this stage?
Like the hero and dark stories are kind of like two different tellings of the same thing happening. So like after this fight happens, it goes straight into the last story.
It's the ending, isn't it? I remember now because you have to do the dark side, don't you, to unlock the Bio Lizard?
Yeah, pretty much. It's just that kind of two different tellings of the story before we see what like the final story actually concludes.
Which is good.
Essentially, this battle between them ends with a draw, really.
Yeah, it's like they fight each other, they don't really get anywhere, and then something happens. What happens is open to interpretation, but yeah.
When does this track actually end? After like 10 minutes?
Yeah.
It does.
It makes me question, why is there a track this long in the base? Because like you think in 10 minutes, that's a long time to take down a track, but even when after that you take into consideration that's 10 minutes at Sonic speed. So like how much ground is he covering in 10 minutes?
Travelling at the speed of sound along that track must be...
It's huge.
You know what the funniest thing was when I was doing it? I would do like the spin dash, and I'd be spinning, and I'd be like stuck in spin dash hell for like ages until like it stopped.
Yeah.
Sonic, I did it.
Tails kill Eggman?
It's kind of implied he's knocked him down, but like this part, it shows it differently on the dark side. It kind of shows Eggman reaching the Eclipse Cannon. So I think it's the hero ending that's canon.
I guess you could say it's on the dark side of the moon.
Yeah, I like that. Meanwhile, I'm a foreign laser. Actually, no, that is the dark side one that actually fires it, because that's showing Eggman going batshit insane with the cannon itself. Getting cool CG.
I swear that's a reference to
Star Wars. Yeah,
It probably is.
Except he hasn't got a hand missing, and Shadow didn't tell him that he's his father.
You've opened a whole new can of worms with us.
Oh god!
And we're not even talking Shadow territory here, because that in itself is worrying enough. But yeah. So this theme song is the 2001 version of "It Doesn't Matter" by Tony Harnell. Personally, I really like both, although I'd say I prefer the SA1 version a little bit more.
So for it's more upbeat sort of sound to it.
Well, I think this one's more upbeat one, but like the SA1 one
Even
is...
more than...
The SA1, it's kind of more Sonic's inner feelings as opposed to Sonic being goes fast, really cool shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're gonna go around. What do we think of the hero story so far, Joey?
I enjoyed it. Yeah, it's fairly good. Although I can see the good points of the dark side part of it as well. It's overall a very fun game.
Yeah, Chris.
Yeah, good. Yeah, just a good story.
This
and
was
that's about
good.
it, really.
Yeah, so
It's good excluding them treasure hunting.
yeah, I think the hero story overall is the better of the two main stories, purely because the dark side one is very obviously Rush for Time. There's a lot of the levels are blatant filler and it doesn't really go anywhere, but in
Overall,
itself it's fun enough. I enjoy the hero, again, bar some of the treasure hunting sections, which after how often I've played this game now, they're annoying but they don't ruin the game for me. So I could do without them, but I'm not bothered that they're there.
Overall, it stands out as a very good game.
Yeah, I love going through the hero side. I know some people will pick Dark first, and granted I did that the first time I ever played this game just because, you know...
It was different.
Yeah, like, I get to play as Eggman, cool. Nowadays, it's just I go Hero first, then Dark, and then last story. Yes, overall, I love this game to pieces. I don't know why I'm going so much into it, given that we've got another story and the final story yet, but it's credits. So yeah, how about them words on the screen?
I don't care.
All I can see is like a Japanese name and then Jane Thompson.
Yeah. It's that game of, do I try to pronounce these names or do I not?
Yeah.
It's probably best I don't. Oh, that was the 10th anniversary as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So much better than his 15th anniversary turned out to be.
Oh god.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you're 15 now, but you're getting a shittier present than when you was 10 years old.
Yeah.
21st was alright. Or was it 20th?
20th.
James,
It's like, yeah, okay, I'll take that. Yeah.
The 21st year, that was kind of a bit of a filler year, 2012, and we got Sonic 4 Episode 2. We didn't really get any big releases that year from Sonic.
They did it on the 20th, really.
Well, they blew their load on Generations, but then they were saving Lost World for the year after, so it just didn't really do much that year. What comes up next, I don't know, after Boom, because I think Sonic Team are working on their next game as well, so that'll probably be the big game for 2015.